Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripasintupya Evacha Patitana Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. In Bhagavad Gita 7.3, Lord Krishna says that Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yadati Siddhaye Yatatam Api Siddhanam Kaschit Ma Vedi Tattvataha. Krishna is telling that out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor perfection, and those who have achieved perfection hardly will one knows me in truth. So, in the first and the second text, Krishna is telling about the importance of the knowledge and that he is about to reveal to Arjuna. And through that knowledge, everything knowable becomes known and nothing remains unknown. And in this third text, Krishna wants to tell that among countless jivas, one may be a human being, and among thousands of humans, one may work for the spiritual progress. And among thousands who work for the spiritual progress, only one know me. That one will realize Krishna truly in the form of Shyam Sundar. We have to see that actually the human life is especially meant for self realization. The every man should come to know what he is, what the world is, and what the supreme truth is. Actually, the human life is a means by which a living entity can put an end to all the miseries in this material existence, and in such a way he can attain the perfection of life, that is return back to Godhead, to his eternal home. And in 2.40, Krishna says Swa Alpa Api Asya Dharmasya, that we see that any work we are doing in this material world, on the material plane, that has to be completed, otherwise it's totally a failure. But if any work that is begun in Krishna consciousness will always have a permanent effect. Even 1% of work that is done in Krishna consciousness always bear a permanent results. So the bliss that is obtained from understanding Krishna's personal form is 1,000 times more greater than the bliss that we get from realization of the personal Brahman. And Krishna says in 18.55 that it's only through the devotional service that one can understand as I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Pure, it's only through pure devotional service. And in 14.27, it also said that he is the basis of the impersonal Brahman. So the Brahman is the beginning of the transcendental realization, and the Paramatma realization is a second stage, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate realization of the absolute truth. It said in Bhagavatam, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabdate. So there are three phases of understanding the absolute truth. And in Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma says that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one is equal to him or above him. He is the primeval Lord of Bhagavan, and he is Govinda, the supreme cause of all causes. And in Bhagavatam, it said Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam, that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original personality of Godhead, and all the incarnations are either his plenary expansions or parts of plenary expansions of Krishna. And therefore we'll come to the conclusion that Krishna is the original supreme personality of Godhead, and he's the source of both the supersoul and the impersonal Brahman. So actually when Krishna manifested here, there were many devotees who were intimately related with Krishna. So, but the intimate relationship with Krishna and the inhabitants of Vrindavan is especially to be noted. The cowherd boys, the cows, the calves, the gopis, Krishna's parents, they were never fully satisfied, although they saw Krishna's beautiful features constantly. And Prabhupada says in 10th canto, chapter 9, the yogis, jnanis, and karmis, they cannot even approach Krishna. They must remain very, very far away from him and try to enter his body effulgence, although this is unable to do so. And demigods, they worship Krishna by meditation and by service. Yet we can see that Krishna is so dependent on his mother Yashoda that simply when Mother Yashoda shows the stick in her hand, Krishna begins to cry. So Mother Yashoda didn't even care to understand who Krishna was or what his power are. So these are all examples of pure love of Krishna. Actually, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has no beginning, no end, no exterior, no interior. He is all pervading and he is not under the influence of time. Because for him there is no difference of past, present, and future. And in Bhagavad Gita, it said that he is Parabrahma, Paramdhama. The word Brahma also means greater. So Krishna is greater than the greatest, and he is unlimited and all pervading. Krishna is the time factor. We have measurements of time. We are limited by our past, present, and future. But for Krishna, that doesn't exist. And Krishna cannot be measured also. And Yashoda Maya is trying to measure him and bind him. And it said in Brahma Samhita, Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anandarupam, that Krishna is the cause of everything, and Krishna cannot be measured or calculated by Vedic knowledge, Vedesha Durlabham, but he is available to the devotees. The devotees can handle him because they act on the basis of loving devotional service to Krishna. So, on that basis, Mother Yashoda wanted to bind him. uh, when one must be in transcendental love with Krishna. But that doesn't mean we can control Krishna. When Krishna becomes satisfied by our devotional service, he does everything himself. So when we progress, Krishna reveals more and more to a devotee as a devotee advances in the devotional service. So when we and that devotional service is actually beginning with Shravanam and Kirtanam. Like we have to chant Krishna's name, and the service begins with the tongue, chanting the glories of the Lord, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra more attentively. And actually the pastimes of Krishna is very difficult to understand, but the devotees can understand. It said that in Golok Vrindavan, Krishna is served by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune, but he steals butter like poverty stricken. The Yamaraj, the controller of all living entities, fears the order of Krishna, yet Krishna is afraid of mother sticks. So these are all contradictions. So this cannot be understood who is not a devotee. But when one becomes a devotee, or through a spiritual master, when one understands Krishna, then we can understand how powerful is the unalloyed devotional service to Krishna. That it's so powerful that Krishna can be controlled by a unalloyed devotee. And it doesn't mean that he is under the control of the servant. It is said that Krishna, he's under the control of the servant's love. And in Bhagavad Gita, we can see that Krishna became the chariot driver of Arjuna, and Arjuna is ordering him, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye, my dear Krishna, please take my chariot between the two armies of soldiers. And Krishna is immediately executing that order. So sometimes he desired to be controlled by someone else, even though he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So these that he is coming under the control of the servant's pure love. So no one can be able to control Krishna unless one becomes a pure devotee of the Lord. And Mother Yashoda, the mother Krishna's friends, Krishna's gopis, they all have intimate relationship with Krishna. And if one follow the footsteps of these devotees, Krishna is available. Although they are Nitya Siddhas, they are expansions of Krishna. They always remain with Krishna, but still sadhana siddhas, if we follow the footsteps of Nitya Siddhas, then we will be able to realize Krishna. then we can attain Krishna without any difficulty. Prabhupada says in the purport that we can able to attain Krishna without any difficulty. So in the Brahma Vimohan Leela, we can see that Brahma stole all the cowherd boys and cows from the pasturing grounds. And when he returned, he saw all the boys and cows were still there. For Krishna, he created them once again. So when Brahma saw the mystic power of Krishna, he admitted defeat and offered prayers to Krishna, addressing him as the proprietor and seer of everything in this creation and the super soul of every living entity. And Brahma, in his prayers, he says to Lord Krishna that, my dear Lord, in this incarnation, you have proved that you are the supreme controller of Maya. Although you are now within this universe, the whole universe creation is within your transcendental body. So that is demonstrated by exhibiting the universe within the abdomen before your mother Yashoda. So this is all due to the Lord's spiritual potency. And Brahma also says that those who have received the clear vision of knowledge from the spiritual master, they can see you as the soul of all souls, the super soul of everyone. And thus, when one comes to the understanding you as the original personality of Godhead, then one may be able to cross this ocean of material existence. Then we can see that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his explanation, he says that the pastimes of Krishna, they're just like a lamp that does not seem to shine so brightly in the sunlight, but in the shade it does. Or like it's like a diamond that does not seem to be so brilliant on a silver platter, but it shines more brightly on a plate of blue glass. So Lord Krishna's pastimes as Govinda does not seem as amazing in the transcendental abode of Vaikuntha, but they do in this material world. So Krishna comes to this earth and act towards his pure devotees exactly like a devoted son, boyfriend, husband, father, friend, and so on. And in this material existence, in this dark material existence, this brilliant liberated pastimes of the Lord can give a devotee unlimited ecstasy to a surrendered devotee of Krishna. When Uddhava visits Vrindavan, he could see that all residents of Vrindavan were merged in grief because of separation from Krishna. And all the gopis, especially the gopis, their minds were totally absorbed in Krishna, and it was free from all other engagement, and they were always remembering Krishna. And it is said that those gopis who did not join with Krishna in the dance, actually they have also attained Krishna by thinking of the potent pastimes of Krishna. And after seeing the love of the residents, the intimate relationship what the residents of Vrindavan had for Krishna, the being a perfect Vaishnava with the attitude of humility, Uddhava is praying that he wanted to be a bush or a creeper in Vrindavan, and he does not pray to be equal to the gopis, because he says that the gopis of Vrindavan, they have given up the association of everyone who is very difficult to give up for normal person, and they have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, in which everyone is searching by the Vedic knowledge. So Krishna says in this particular verse 7.3 that those who are actually devoted to Krishna, it's actually they are extremely rare people, and the knowledge about him was also very rare. So he is asking Arjuna to hear it attentively, and this will grant us the perfection. And if one is having an opportunity to hear and come to bhakti, Krishna's devotional service, then Krishna says that those people are very rare, those souls are very rare. And it's not because of our effort, it, it's due to it's due to the Krishna's representatives of the Lord, or the spiritual masters, that we come to know about Krishna. And so one has to sincerely pray to Krishna to get the mercy from Krishna in order to realize Krishna. And we can see that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself is coming and giving that love of Krishna. And Prabhupada says Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most charitable person because he is simply giving it. The process he is giving it is the father of the devotional service. That through chanting the mantra Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, then hearing Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra very attentively and without doing any offense, then we will get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And those who get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's very easy to understand Krishna. And those who chant sincerely, they can attain Krishna. So what we have to do is we have to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it also comes by joining in his mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We can see the Goswamis, they were also absorbed in the mood of gopis and they were engaging in the devotional service to Krishna. They were merged in the ecstatic ocean of the gopis' love for Krishna, and they were repeatedly bathing in that ocean. But what they were doing, they were sincerely engaging in their devotional service, and they were working for the benefit of the mankind. So we also have to help others coming to come to Krishna consciousness, and we have to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by chanting the holy name very attentively without any offenses, helping others. And we should always have the faith that by Krishna consciousness we can attain the perfection of life. We should have a strong faith that by Krishna consciousness one will be attained to the highest perfection of life. And we should also try to become the pure devotees of the Lord by unalloyed devotional service. Then we can understand Krishna in truth. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that hardly one knows me in truth, tatvatah. Then by following all this, we will come to know Krishna in truth.